let us
Yes.
introduce the guest that we have
Yes.
today. Um, Dr. V. Boykin. She is one of my colleagues that I work with. I don't say the name of the company I work with because I don't want people showing up.
I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
But Dr. V, I wanted to have
Well,
her on for two
welcome,
reasons.
Dr.
One,
V.
Thank you so much. Thank
one,
you.
she's one of the most respected people I think in our company in general,
Well, thank you.
but definitely among the Black folk. And she's a fellow author. She just came out with a book. Is this your first book or?
It's my first book.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
All right.
So,
Yay.
congratulations.
Thank you so
and
Congratulations.
it's
much.
quite big. So, um, I give you the mic, Dr. V. Tell us a little
Oh,
bit
I
about
appreciate
yourself and the
that.
book. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And thank you for that wonderful introduction when you finally got around to it. So, the name
Yes.
Yes.
of the book,
She fits right
I'll
in.
put it in the
She
front. I'll put it in the front for you, Dr. V. I don't know what he's thinking. I'll put it in the front.
thank you. I'm just trying to get a book out there. It is
Right.
called Fix Your Face and Watch Your Tone. Women Know What's Needed. And it is an
Ooh, I love
acknowledgement.
the title.
Thank you so much. It's an acknowledgement as well as a bit of a reckoning for those of us that are from marginalized communities who have been told to fix our face and watch our tone. By the way, now you can say a doctor has officially told you you do not need to, but it is a book for those of us in the marginalized communities, also known as the global majority, as well as allies. And it is a guide to help you have a more equitable personal and professional experience.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that.
Love
You
it.
can tell
That's
she's been
good.
working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it's true. It's that's the true part of it. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
this much more eloquent, long, expanded one.
No, the way you
It's
did it
been
was great.
called an unflinching look. It's been called shocking. It's filled with personal anecdotes and life stories and things that I wish weren't true but happen to be. And it starts off with an actual event from a previous marriage
Hmm.
where I was asked
Mm.
how long I was going to be mad about this, and it was his cheating yet again. And
Hmm.
his
Yeah.
statement that he never wanted a wife that was this black and this liberal.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's
I
what he
have a
He
got.
said that to
question
you?
based on
Yeah,
what
that's
Ron
a quote.
said and what you're saying, how well you communicated what the book is about. I'm now very excited to read it.
Thank
I'm
you.
wondering if there's an audio version. And the reason I asked that is because I actually love reading in general. And for a very long time, I resisted audiobooks because I have such a special relationship. I grew up being a bookworm and loved reading and loved the tactile. And I thought
Same. Yeah.
oh, audiobook is cheating. And
Yeah.
so for a long time, I resisted audiobooks. But then recently I've been listening to a lot of memoirs for a reason I won't get into right now, but one in particular that I recently listened to, I realized that I wouldn't have gotten as much out of the material if
Mhm.
I had read it and not heard the author's voice
Mhm.
speaking the actual content of the book. So
Hmm.
I'm curious if your book has an audio version in your voice.
I love that. So when I sell enough copies, it will. So y'all
Okay.
come on with the orders because
Okay,
I
good.
Right.
would love to narrate it. I would love
Yeah.
to put the inflection
Yeah.
there. I would love to bring even more life to it. Thank you for
Yeah.
asking. I've got a Kindle. And I will say this because I grew up, I'm an only child. I read all the time. Books and animals were my
Me too.
friends.
Same thing.
There
Same.
you go. And I
Yeah.
will tell you, if a dishwasher isn't cheating, neither is an audiobook.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Got
There
it.
we have
Absolutely.
Got it.
it.
Yeah.
But I just had the same struggle. So I feel you on that. I really do. I
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there one
Cool.
aspect of the book, like either a message or one of the messages in the book that you would really want to get across here? Obviously, you don't want to give away all the good stuff, but what's one aspect of the book you'd want to be able to share, give people like a
Um,
flavor?
I would say there's a couple things, and I will narrow it down. Number one, you don't need to fix your face. And number two,
Hmm.
you don't need to watch your tone. You need to learn how to refocus people on your accomplishments and not your attitude. And that takes some education and that takes some bravery. The
Yeah.
second thing I would say is you have to have a mentor. And
Hmm.
it is just the stats, and they're in the book. It's not just fanciful conversation in the book. It's really rooted in my research and statistics, like you have to have a mentor to help guide you through this. And the shocking thing when I did my research, which was done with all women, is that white males actually came through as the superheroes. And I wasn't mad about that. Right? Because they have a job to do.
Yeah.
They have a job to do. So I really wasn't upset about that at all. I will say the most haunting part of all of my research, which is also in the book, is when I asked the question to all of these females, who has discouraged you? And there's one response that still keeps me up at night, because I would have said the same thing before my current relationship. And that is, I asked, who has discouraged you? And this woman looked at me and she said, every man I've ever dated, including my ex-husband.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I need every man to read this book so that you're not that man.
Yeah.
Right.
That man.
Right.
I was just gonna say, like, who's the
That-
audience? Is it women or men? But yeah, it seems like it's good for men.
Oh, there's a whole chapter on allyship specifically for white males, but also for males. Now, it is in the back of the book. It is separate but equal. So, you have to get through all the other stuff, but I got something in there for you.
And her
because
audience, her audience would be for everyone.
Everyone needs to read this. You've either been through it or you've done it or you want to prevent it.
Yep.
I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to read it.
Sounds like a great,
Thank you so
great
much.
What
I
did you
can't
say?
wait for your
It's
review
good.
on Amazon to boost the sale.
Yeah.
Right.
I will. Allyship is good because, as I'm sure I don't have to tell you, we often have to teach people how to be allies. So I'm sure that
We have that burden.
It's good that you have a chapter speaking to allyship.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And unfortunately, a lot of times, people that we believe would be our natural allies,
Oh no.
either deliberately or unconsciously, are not. So
Yeah, very true. And here's the deal. Like, if you can learn how to grow an avocado in a Bell Mason jar using Google, you can figure out how to be an ally. You actually can.
Right.
If you really want to do it. They're making pillows out of jeans and you can figure this stuff out.
yes.
But if you need me to hold your hand, I'm willing to do it for $14.99 on Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
Right. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I'll
Get that
help
out
you.
there.
What's
the title again? What's the title of the book?
Fix Your Face and Watch Your Tone. Women Know What's Needed. A guide to having it all without having to do it all.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Now bring it up close. Let me see that.
I'd be happy to.
There we go. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's good.
And let me help you out. Because this person on the back with all of this looking so glossy and good, that is me.
Right.
That is
Okay.
You may not recognize me on the day to day.
I'll see you over there. Okay.
That's me.
All right, Dr. V.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that professional makeup. That's a
That's right.
lifesaver.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
You look professionally made now.
I know.
Yeah.
You're great today.
Well, thank you. That's 2 ring
You got
lights
me
and a brand
feeling
new camera.
self-conscious.
2 ring lights and a camera. We can make
Nice.
it happen.
Your setup looks better than my co-hosts who I do this with every week who are supposed to be the pros.
Yes.
Shots
Yes.
fired. Wow.
Right.
Oh, that's how we do.
Please.
We keep each other honest.
Wow. For somebody that doesn't have their card anymore, that's a big statement.
Right.
That's a big
Yeah.
statement.
Yeah, and for somebody to make their guest wait for 15 minutes, that's a real bold statement.
Can't even say like you forgot who I was.
Yeah.
Like, what was
Right.
Let me look through my notes. Hold on. Somebody cover.
Right. I'm gonna make it a secret so they don't know who my guest is. They're gonna have to Google it after the show.
That's right.
You can try to Google who it is.
That's right. The website traffic on drboykin.com increased by 1. It was
about-
me.
It's about building anticipation.
Yes. Right.
Which brings
Is
us
that
to your
it?
book.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yes.